This is one of the most disturbing and forgotten stories in the Bible, a story of betrayal, violence, and justice. And it all begins with a runaway concubine. In ancient Israel, a Levite, a man chosen for religious duties, had a concubine. But one day she left him and returned to her father's house miles away. For 4 months she stayed there, until finally, the Levite went to bring her back. Surprisingly, her father welcomed the Levite like an honored guest. For days he persuaded him to stay longer, offering food, drink, and hospitality. But eventually the Levite insisted it was time to go home. As night fell, they needed a place to sleep. They stopped in a town called Gibeah, where an old man invited them into his home. It seemed like a safe place to rest. But that night, horror struck. A group of wicked men surrounded the house. They banged on the door, demanding that the Levite be sent out to them. What happened next is almost too disturbing to say. To protect himself, the Levite gave them his concubine instead. She was left alone in the darkness. And what they did to her that night was unthinkable. The next morning, the Levite stepped outside. There she was, collapsed at the door, her hands stretched toward the threshold. He spoke to her, but she did not answer. He took her home. And then, in an act that would shake all of Israel, he did something unthinkable. He took a knife and divided her body into 12 pieces. Each piece was sent to a different tribe of Israel, a message, a warning, a call to justice. When the tribes of Israel saw this, they were horrified. They cried out, "Such a thing has never been done before." And what happened next led to one of the bloodiest wars in Israel's history. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever heard this story before? Do you know where in the Bible it's found? Comment below if you think I should tell the rest of the story.